Okay, this short video will be for Nina and anybody else that wants to know. So Nina was first asking about the IP and more detail for that. I'm going to cover that second. First, I'm going to cover this idea of including images in here. So I logged in as a student so I could see this. So if you go here and you, in your post, right, you just do embed image. You get a couple options. So if you externally link an image, right, let's just cover that. So if I open up a new document and I go to images.google.com, right, and I go, oh, by the way, nice new logo, Google, and I say web, whatever, okay, and I go, how about I include that image? I'd first want to know how big it is. That's huge. I probably would not want to include that even though I could resize it, so I'd want to find something a little smaller. That one's a large as well. So you cruise around until you find an image. Okay, this one's a little better. So I'm going to view the image. And up here, now not all sites allow you to do this. I'm going to copy it. Okay. And that's a fully qualified URL. And let's see if this works. Alt text would be web. That's the size. And then I just hit update. Okay, so that's one way to get images in here, and then you can play with aligning your text if you want. But the other way you can do this is you can, and this is how I've been doing it, it's kind of fun, is I've just been searching Flickr for images, and then as I find an image, I just click on it, and then I hit update, and then it just places it in here as well. So I like that because it's already sourced the correct kind of files, and I can just resize it. Okay, I hope that helps. Then on the second question you had about, and I'm going to go ahead out of here, and I'm going to hit done, so just so you can see those two. So the other question you had was about the mapping your IP, your network connections. So there's already been some good examples of this, and you may have already seen them before this video. Okay, and as a student, I'm experiencing this idea of the fact that you can't see other people's, and I'm just going to tell you, you can do this, although I'm really considering changing it. If you just do a post reply, then you can see other people's, right? So I think Sarah did a good job, and Nina, actually, I think you, I thought Nina posted one, but Sarah actually did as well, and Stephanie did as well. Let's see, where are they at though? Yeah, actually, Nina, here's yours. So you were asking about this. So let me just look at yours and give you feedback specifically, right? So this looks fine. The one thing that's not here, and I think I said this, was that each of these connections where you're masking the IP, which is great, I still want you to give me a link to wherever program you use to find that IP, whether it's just a print screen, like if it's an iPad, right? You go to what's my IP, although on the iPad there's other ways to find it. So the key to this assignment too is if you don't know how to find your IP, right, you need to be able to you need to ask, because I kind of showed in general, right, how to find these things. But that would be the only thing here I would say you need to include, is wherever I see this, I would then want to link L-I-N-K, a link to another print screen. And in this sense, we're actually already starting to build a website. So it's a link to something else. So FYI. Okay, so let's see if let's look at Sarah. Sarah did a fun job too here. Sarah did hers, interestingly enough, and I would have never thought of doing this. Sarah did hers in Sheets, but Sarah did the other piece that I asked for, which is she linked the HTML. I'm sorry, link the print screens, and this is great. See what Sarah did here? She masked out that IP, okay? And we could talk about whether the impacts that because we're only sharing them internally, but because of the way we're sharing them on the internet, I still want you to know that that is definitely something you could think about. And look at this. I really like what Sarah did here too. She did a trace route. She did a ping. She told ISP. Now this was stuff because many of you thought by the link I provided in the first week that you needed to do exactly what I showed my previous CIT 12 students, and that's not what I was asking for. But I decided, you know what, let's do that. If you don't know how to find the IPs, you can, and then we'll go from that. Which, by the way, did you notice what happened here? Right? So what happened was while I was recording, some other student came in to look at Sarah's work. That's cool. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye. Hope this helps.